Yo, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Now today, guys, I go over my top 5 best assault rifles to use right now here in Warzone Season 4. Now, since this update has dropped, a lot of weapons have gotten nerfed and buffed, but also there's been a lot of attachments that got tuned up and changed a little bit that makes a lot of assault rifles really good. But I have a nice list for you guys. You guys are going to enjoy, so if you are new, I need y'all to like the video and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and let's get into it. Now, for our first assault rifle, we have the NZ41, which you guys know is the king assault rifle for Warzone right now. It's really good. It's better than the STG. It's better than the automaton, the bar, just every assault rifle in the game right now. So for this class, you're going to start off with a muzzle, which is the MX silencer. This can help with stealth suppression, horizontal and vertical recoil control, and that damage at range. Your bullets are stronger, weapons easier to control, and you're staying off the radar, being super stealthy and quiet, which is really awesome. Now for the barrel, you have two choices here actually. We have the burst barrel and we have the 360mm BC barrel. This is going to help with highly accurate and controllable. It's going to reduce scope sway and bullet velocity. And then for the burst barrel, you have a burst toggle or burst fire, and you have full auto, so you can switch in between. You have make your weapon highly accurate, controllable, and as well you have that damage at range. So either way how you want to play it, you want your bullets stronger, or you can have your bullets traveling faster in air, which in my opinion, I think having your bullets travel faster with the damage already up on the weapon just makes it a lot better. So I'm adding this on. Now for the optic, you have the G16 2.5, or you actually have the SVT-40 PU scope. Either way you want it. I've been going with the SVT a lot more here lately for that 3 times and that 6 times zoom in with that accuracy. It's really nice to use. Now for the stock, I'm going to be using the EPAC stock for that recoil control, recoil recovery, accuracy, and flinch resistance. You're a lot stronger, weapons more accurate, recoil control, that's really awesome. Now for perk 1, we are going to be adding on brace for that initial firing recoil control, but if you want to move fast around the map with the recoil control that it has, you can on acrobatic if you want to be more aggressive, run a gun type build if you want, but the brace is really good, a lot better than acrobatic, so I'm adding this on. Then for perk 2, we are going to be adding on fully loaded for a max starting ammunition when grabbing our loadout, so we don't have to worry about ammunition. Now for the rear grip, we're going to be adding on the hatch grip, which is a new attachment that everybody's starting to run. It helps with vertical and horizontal recoil control and that flinch resistance. So in my opinion, it is a better version of the polymer grip, which is really awesome, so I'm adding this on. Now for the magazine, you want to add on the 50. Have this on, helps with fire rate, recoil control and accuracy, movement speed, and of course a larger magazine size. Ammunition type, you're going to add on the length and ammo type for that bullet velocity to help our bullets travel even faster now. And then finally, guys, there's 2 ways you can go with this. You can add on the Mark 6 skeletal grip for that aim down sight speed and movement speed, or you can add on the M1941 hand stop grip for vertical and horizontal recoil control. Just an absolute laser beam, which in my opinion, I think the M1941 will be a better choice, so I'm adding this on. Now, I wanted to add the M4 here to my next weapon just because of how popular this weapon is getting. You're starting to see a lot more YouTubers upload this, a lot more streamers use this weapon, and it can still outgun your favorite assault rifles, if it being the STG, the NZ, some of your SMGs as well. It's just such a great weapon. So for this class up, the barrel is going to be the stock M16 Grenadier. This is the best barrel to run. Helps with damage at range, that bullet velocity, and recoil control. Just need to have this on. This is the best barrel to run. Now for the optic, we're going to be using the holographic sight or the holo sight. It's really good to use. Make sure you have blue dot. It helps out a ton. But if you don't want to run that, you can run the VOK, which is totally up to you. But the holographic sight is what I'm adding. Now for the underbarrel, we're going to be adding on the Commando foregrip for recoil stabilization and aiming stability. This is really good to use as well. You're more stable when aiming down sights, and plus you have more recoil control for your weapon when shooting. For the magazine, we are going to be adding the 50 round mag just because I do believe that 60 is a little bit too much. You take away a little bit too much movement speed and aim down sight speed, so the 50 round mag is it. And then finally, guys, we're going to be adding on the sleight of hand for that reload quickness. A lot of the times, most people die, including me, is when you're reloading. That is your weakest point, so you need to reload fast. Get back into those gunfights, which you guys will enjoy. This is the M4 build you need to use, so let's go ahead and get to the next one. Now for our next weapon, we have the Cooper Carbine. Now this weapon got buffed here in Season 4. With a lot of attachments getting buffed, this weapon goes absolutely crazy now, which you guys need to try. So for this class up, the muzzle is going to be the MX silencer. It's going to help with sound suppression, horizontal and vertical recoil control, and that damage at range. Your bullets are stronger, weapons easier to control, and that sound suppression is going to help us stay hidden. Now for the barrel, we're going to be adding on the 22-inch Cooper Custom. This is going to help the weapon be highly accurate and controllable. It's going to increase fire rate, which is a faster time to kill. It's going to reduce scope sway and gun bob, and we get that damage at range again. So our bullets are really strong now, which is going to help us with those long-range gunfights. Now for the optic, you can go with either the G16 2.5 for that recoil control and accuracy, or you can go with the SVT-40 PU scope for that more accuracy, and you get a zoom in of 3 times and 6 times, which I am going with. Now for the stock, we're going to be adding on the Cooper 45 RS with that initial firing recoil control, aim down sight speed, and recoil recovery. Perk 1 is going to be tight grip for increases accuracy while continuously firing, so you get more accuracy and recoil control with sustained fire. Perk 2 is going to be fully loaded, so we start with more ammunition. The rear grip is going to be the hatch grip for vertical and horizontal recoil control and that flinch resistance. The magazine is going to be the 60 round jump for recoil control and accuracy, fire rate for an even faster time to kill, aim down sight speed, and of course a larger magazine size. And then the ammunition type is going to be the compressed rounds for that fire rate. Time to kill is super fast now, which is really awesome. And then finally, guys, we have the M1941 hand stop grip going on for that extra horizontal and vertical recoil control, which makes this weapon an absolute laser. Now for our next weapon, we have the M13. Now this weapon is getting real popular as well. If you go check out on Warzone Ranked, it's at the bottom, but you know, it's replacing a lot of other assault rifles just because it got nerfed. The door opens for a lot more, and the M13 is a really good choice that people are picking. Now, for this class up, the barrel is going to be the Cyclone barrel just because of that sound suppression and bullet velocity. If you don't like this barrel, you can check out the Marksman barrel. It does help with more damage at range, but you got to kind of choose between damage at range or bullet velocity, which either one is really good. But in my opinion, when getting into those gunfights, I do believe that the Tempest Cyclone is a lot better. Now for the underbarrel, I'm adding on the Commando foregrip for recoil stabilization and aiming stability. So like I was saying about the M4A1, you're getting more stable when aiming down sights and that easier weapon recoil control, which is really good. For the magazine, we're adding on the 50. I just do believe that the 60 is just too much. I don't really like it, so the 50 round mag is what I'm choosing. The Optic is going to be the VOK, but if you don't like that, you can go with the holographic, so it's up to you. But the VOK is my choice. And then finally, guys, for that rear grip, we're adding on the stippled grip tape for aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed. So we're shooting faster off a sprint and aiming down sights more quicker. So it's kind of like an assault rifle SMG hybrid, which is really cool. Be really aggressive with it and as well up close, or you can go absolutely long range with it, which is really good as well. So this is what I'm going to choose. Now for my final weapon, we have the STG. Now I have a new build for it. It makes it a little bit better after it's nerfed. You can't use the same build for it anymore just because it is kind of a P shooter. So for this class setup, we're going to be adding the muzzle, which is the MX silencer, the typical suppressor, sound suppression, horizontal and vertical recoil control, and that damage at range. Now for the barrel, you're going to still use the 760mm 05B. It's the best barrel. It makes the weapon highly accurate and controllable, damage at range, reduce scope sway and gun bob, and we get that bullet velocity. Now for the optic, I'm going with the G16 for that extra recoil control and accuracy. You get a 2.5 in zoom in, which is really awesome. For the stock, we're going to be adding on the weighted stock. It's still some of the attachments that you want to run still, which is the same, but it helps with accuracy, flinch resistance, recoil control, and aiming stability. For perk 1, we are going to be adding on nerves of steel, so when we get injured, we have more accuracy and recoil control. And then for perk 2, we're not going to be running fully loaded. You know, believe it or not, we're actually be running on hand. It helps with equipment dexterity and aim down sight speed, so we're aiming down sights a little bit quicker, and plus we can throw grenades further and faster, and we get those throwing knives, which more people use throwing knives now, so you want to run this on. For the rear grip, you are going to be adding on the hatched grip, which is, you know, one of the new rear grip metas, really nice to use. Now for the magazine, you need to run the .30 Russian 45 round mag. It helps with damage, bullet penetration, and bullet velocity and range. You can run the 50 if you still want to, but this 45 goes absolutely crazy. Try it out. You guys are going to love it. For the ammunition type, we're going to be using the LinkedIn ammo type for that bullet velocity. Your bullets are traveling faster in air. And then finally, guys, we have the M1941 hand stop grip for extra recoil control and horizontal recoil control, just to make your weapon, it does not move. It's still really good. It just hits a little bit harder with the magazine swap. It's really fun. But guys, these are my top 5 builds. Let me know what your favorite is, and in the comments, let me know what your top 5 favorite assault rifles is yourself. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Y'all stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.